Miami, Florida, el Chacal, Guillermo Rigondeaux. Miami, Florida, el Chacal, Guillermo Rigondeaux. Miami, Florida, el Chacal, Guillermo Rigondeaux. Miami, Florida, el Chacal, Guillermo
The fight the world wants to see comes to New York City.
Lomachenko with a spectacular knockout.
Wow. Vasyly Lomachenko, Guillermo Rigondeaux.
Oh, big left hand right away by Rigondeaux.
And an impressive undercard featuring the return of Irish Michael Conlon and Newark Shakur Stevenson. Don't miss a battle of two Olympic champions at the Mecca of boxing. See it live. The fight the world wants to see comes to New York City.
Lomachenko with a spectacular knockout.
Wow. Vasyly Lomachenko, Guillermo Rigondeaux.
Oh, big left hand right away by Rigondeaux.
And an impressive undercard featuring the return of Irish Michael Conlon and Newark Shakur Stevenson. Don't miss a battle of two Olympic champions at the Mecca of boxing. See it live.
Miami, Florida, el Chacal, Guillermo Rigondeaux. Guillermo Rigondeaux.
Fighting out of the blue corner, the two-time Olympic gold medal champion, Vasyl, high-tech Lomachenko.
Yeah, man. I've been sick. I caught the flu like last Thursday. I was at the Cotto Outlet press conference and just got sick. You know, that shit was whack. So I'm like 95% or something like that. I'm gonna need some cough drops. Been hydrating. You know, I've only ate three times since Thursday. You know? So we got a lot of shit to talk about in an hour. We're gonna watch some highlights. We're gonna watch. Can y'all hear me correctly? Everything good? Can y'all hear me? We're gonna watch some highlights. We're gonna talk about the news of the fight, and this video is gonna be strictly dedicated to the biggest fight of the year for the hardcore fans: Vasyly Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux. Or as HBO like to say, Rigondeaux. When did they change his name? Remember that shit? They call him Rigondeaux now? So, like a dickhead, I got the flu shot. And then you know how they say, you know, and I consider myself to be woke and all that type of shit. I knew better, but I was trying to be cool. Nurse was like, well, you know, I was getting my physical. She was like, you want to get the flu shot? I was like, yeah, sure. You know, why not? You know, and I'm against vaccines and all that type of shit, you know, and sure enough, exactly, it wasn't even 2 weeks. It was like 10 days later, my black ass got the flu. It was the worst. I missed the Cotto fight and everything. I had all this Cotto footage that I couldn't upload. It was a goddamn shame. But see, now we back. I wasn't going to miss this motherfucking fight for nothing. So, it's Friday. The card is lit. And let me tell y'all strat, right? Now, ESPN fights with Top Rank have been having some issues where you be having to switch the channels and shit from ESPN 2 to ESPN News. No, it'll be on ESPN News to ESPN 2 to regular ESPN by the time the main event comes on. You should know what I'm talking about, especially if you watched Lomachenko last fight when they had like this baseball game. Or no, it wasn't a baseball game. What was it? That was running late. The fucking NFL Hall of Fame. You know, they wasn't going to cut that off. So what I do is, it's very, very easy and simple. Always have the ESPN app open on your phone. If you have ESPN, then you have the ESPN Watch app. It's a continuous stream. So you don't have to change. You don't have to worry about changing channels and none of that shit, right? So, the first topic of business is, I guess we need to go look at the card, right? The card is pretty stacked up. And we're going to talk about all these fights. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. I'm going to go do it. So, I'm trying to pace myself because I haven't been doing too much talking over the last few days. Well, last several days because of the flu. So, let's go look at the card. How do I do this again? Oh, do it this way. Is it this way? This way. Yeah. Let's go. All right, motherfucker, shut up. Hold on. My phone is asking for my S Pen. And I lost my S Pen last week. And I just got a new one. And I can't find the new one now. Whatever. Let's stay on topic. Let's stay on topic. And I can't find my S Pen now. Ain't that a bitch? So, let's go look at the card. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. Main event, Vasyl Lomachenko versus Guillermo Rigondeaux. 9-1. What is it? He's 7 KOs now, right? He's 7 KOs. We're going to talk about his power, too, because his power at 130 has been somewhat questionable. And he is talking about moving up to 135 pounds after this fight, win or loss against Rigondeaux. So, let's go back and look at the card. And then you have Rigondeaux, who is 17-0 with 11 KOs. And he's been breaking some jaws lately. You know, this poor guy, because if Rigondeaux didn't fight Lomachenko, he would have had to fight this guy again in a rematch. Nobody wants to see this stinker again. But luckily, we're going to go back and watch highlights of this fight later on in the video. So, looking at the card, you have Christopher Diaz versus Brian Cruz. Didn't he pull out? Didn't one of these? No, I think he's the replacement. You have Bryant Jennings versus Don Hainsworth. Bryant Jennings was in the running to get Joseph Parker, WBO champion. You have Mike Conlan, you know, the Irish sensation. Brother Jamie Conlan lost a few weeks back. I covered that fight. Versus Luis Fernando Molina. You have Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Mendoza. Jose Sosa versus Aiden Gonzalez. And Michaela Mera, the Olympian, versus Natalia Feliciano. How you pronounce her name? But all of these fights, this is what I like about the ESPN app. All of these fights, you'll be able to watch all of them on the app. You know, one thing about ESPN in here in the United States, they got so many channels. And their app is really, really, really good. And Top Rank ESPN deal is much different than the PBC deal when they were on ESPN, because it's just too complex to explain right now. I just don't want to really get into that. So I'm going to be watching the whole card. And for those who don't know, there's a whole bunch of other fights on that day, too. We might as well just get out the way. Not talk about it in detail, but since it's a Loma Rigondeaux video. But you have a card on HBO with Orlando Salido versus Roman. You have Tevin Farmer fighting for Tank Davis, belt that he lost on the scales. You have James DeGale versus Caleb Truax. And Lee Selby fighting Eduardo Ramirez. The James DeGale Truax fight and the Lee Selby fight is going to be at around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Showtime like page. Not on Showtime channel, on the Showtime like page or on the Showtime YouTube page. Then on Friday night, which is the video I got to do tomorrow, you know, it's going to be a stream I'm going to do tomorrow on all those other fights. Then on Friday night, this Friday night, PBC on Fox Sports 1, you have Luis Ortiz. Yes, Luis Ortiz. He is fighting, you know, on PBC on Fox Sports 1 on the undercard of Jean Pascal. You know, so you have fights on Fox Sports 1 on Friday that's worth to watch. You have fights on the Showtime, from Showtime, Box Nation, that's worth to watch. On HBO, that's worth to watch. And, of course, this is the fight of the weekend right here. So for a guy like me, this is a gold mine, you know? For a guy like me, this is a gold mine. So I already got my shit set up. You know, I'm going to go out tomorrow. Not tomorrow, probably Thursday. You know, stock up the fridge. You know, Friday, I'm going to get everything all sorted out and cleaned up. I'm going to rest up real good. And it's going to be like a nice 20-hour day of boxing for me. For me, at least. So for those who know, man, I'm TstreeT Controversy. I'm TstreeT Controversy Live. I'm getting over the flu. You know, that's why I missed the Cotto fight. You know, I was really, really pissed about that. But, you know, I did get some legendary content while I went out to the press conference. This fight is supposed to be, if I'm correct, I don't have the fight week schedule. It's my fault. I'm behind. This fight is supposed to have a press conference on Thursday, if I'm correct. Let's go check real quick. Top rank. Let's go check real quick. Hold on, we're gonna check. Normally, final press conferences are on the Thursday before the fight. It would be something like this. Like Tuesday or Wednesday would be the media workout for the fighters. It'll be somewhere in New York. You know, Thursday is usually always the final press conference, and then Friday is the weigh-in. But what I'm looking for is usually on Top Rank TV, they would have it like listed or something like that. Let's see. Oh, their Top Rank TV site is no longer around. They're doing something different. I gotta find out. But unfortunately, since I'm not gonna say any names, Top Rank they want to be sending out fraudulent copyright claims against me. So we may not, debatable copyright shit against me. We've been battling them for a while. We're just trying to cover the fights, man. And we may not be streaming the press conference because I'm behind, and going back and forth with this guy. So what we're gonna do during the course of this video is we gotta watch some bits and pieces of Rigondeaux versus Hisashi Amagasa, that 6 foot, 122-pound dude that he broke his jaw. We got to watch some Lomachenko highlights, and basically we're going to talk about the fight. And you know what I don't like? I don't like how people just making excuses like already for Rigondeaux because of the weight. It's like, yo, he signed a contract, man. And it's much more difficult for, see, here's the way I look at it, right? There's plus and minuses for both. But if Rigondeaux didn't move up, then you're asking Lomachenko to move down. And then you're talking about them meeting at a catchweight when fans don't like catchweights. Why are we making so many... The excuses for Rigondeaux already are just building up, and it's a shame because this is such a big global fight. And if Rigondeaux is supposed to be great, he knew he had to move up. The guys at 126, the Carl Framptons, the Gary Russells, the Lee Selby's, the Leo Santa Cruz's, the Abner Marises won't fight him. 122 ain't nothing there. The man's what, 35 years old now? He need this big payday. And yet people making all these excuses and shit. It's getting outrageous. So I look at it like this. My job is not to make predictions anymore. Like we can talk about it. I may say who I feel is going to win and all kind of shit like that. But truth be told, my heart is with Rigondeaux. But I know that if he's going to win, he's going to have to do a lot of movement, and he's going to have to show how great he says he is. He's supposed to be great. These are two of the greatest amateurs of all time. You see what I'm saying? But it's like this. Rigo signed the contract. You're making excuses for him. I hate when people make excuses for fighters when you signed the contract. He wasn't bitching when that contract came to him the second time around, right? When people was like, oh, Arum ain't going to allow Lomachenko to fight him and all that. Remember all that propaganda? Sometimes, and I can understand that's the way of the world. See me, I'm not no boxing expert or nothing like that, but this is my job. When I wake up in the morning, I start doing boxing shit. When I go to sleep at night, I'm finishing up some boxing shit. So I see it through, I don't even know how many fights I've covered now, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fights. Where fans be like contradicting themselves and they'll say, well, he fought this person at this weight, but he won't go down to this and this and that and this and that and this. This is fine. Just enjoy the fight. So I already know what's going to happen if Lomachenko wins. He handicapped him with the weight. Truth be told, Rigondeaux, from what I've been researching, Rigondeaux is the underdog. And I can understand it. They're saying Lomachenko's too big, but if you notice, Lomachenko has outclassed his opponents, not necessarily knocked his opponents out. You know, he's beat his opponents off an accumulation of punches. We've been talking about it. Go look at past videos of other people who are now contradicting themselves, saying, well, you know, Loma's going to be too big for him. And we've been questioning for quite some time Loma's power at 130. I question Loma. Listen, I think that 130 should be the cap for him. I don't know if Loma can hold his own. You know, I don't know if Loma can hold his own at 135 yet. I don't know. No, I'm not working this fight. I've been said. Listen, I had the chance to go. I had the chance. We got him with Top Rank. When was that? We got him with Top Rank. You can't see it. I'm not gonna pull it down. But we got him good with them for Crawford versus Diaz, and that was a big fight at the time. But I was kind of itchy. You know, I had the application, and I was like, should I go? But I said, nah, I'm staying home for this. I'm staying home for this. I did the same thing with the Cotto fight. I was like, nope, I'm not going. I said, I'm going to go to the fight week event and cover that shit from home, but then I got the flu. You know, I'm still pissed about that. You know? Rigo been dropped Rigo been dropped many times. He's like Tito Trinidad. You know? Like, he'll get dropped, and then he'll get up and start breaking jaws and shit. So, yeah, I had the flu. I'm getting over the flu. I'm on the last day of, like, basically yesterday I couldn't really move around that much. So I'm having some issues talking, which is why I'm starting to sweat and shit. Because I'm still getting over it, you know? But, you know, we're going to be pumping the shit out this fight this week. And I'm glad that it's on ESPN because everybody should have ESPN, right? At least in the United States. It's like, how are you a grown man and you don't got, like, how you don't got ESPN? Like, what kind of, I can see motherfuckers be like, no, man, I don't. Sometimes I'll get HBO if I know certain fights coming on, but I won't have Showtime. I'll have Showtime, but I won't have HBO. You know, but ESPN, everybody's supposed to have ESPN. You know, so I think like this. It's a very, very, very good fight on paper. But what if it's on some sweet science type shit? I'm cool with that. You know, I don't think this is going to be some, I want to see some technical shit. You know, I want to see that technical shit. I want to see that sweet sciencing. So for the people who are just like going to stay in the house and watch the fight, listen, don't set yourself up, all right? Make sure, like, you get you something to eat and make sure you lay down somewhere or get prepared for an early night. You see what I'm saying? Just in case. You know, just in case it turned out to be, you know, a snoozer. But to me, it won't be no snoozer. I like that sweet sciencey shit, man. You know that sweet science shit is like people who like motherfucking pig feet or chitlins and shit. You know, or if you Mexican with the tripas, you know, the intestines. It's an acquired taste. It's an acquired taste. You know? No, this has been the best year of boxing we've had since 2013 when it ended with Broner, when Showtime jumped, when Golden Boy had jumped to Showtime and Broner had lost to Maidana. But this year is twice, maybe 3 times better than that. You know why? It's because boxing has been in a hole here in the United States, and these promoters have no choice now but to have their fighters fight the best. I'm sorry. Thank you, Al Heyman. You see what I'm saying? So we're in a situation now, especially with Top Rank's ESPN deal. They can't put, you got to understand, they can't put on bullshit fights. They have to put on the best possible fights they can. They have to, you know, because their deal is different from the PBC deal. So the reason why we have such a great year is because of the competitiveness of the promoters. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Rigo beat the hell out of him. I mean, it depends on how you look at it, though, because see, you have to look at the styles. Lomachenko is a showman, so he's going to try to come out there and try to showboat, and he's going to try to come out there and attempt to make Rigondeaux look stupid. But Rigondeaux has a high ring IQ. See, that's why the fight is so good, because you have so many people saying so many different things in regards to how a fighter is going to win. You know? The lack of promotion for this fight is disappointing. Well, they've been pushing hard on social media, especially since Rigondeaux hired somebody to run his social media. You know, they be talking gangster shit, and that's not him. That don't be him tweeting. That's some Tupac dude from fucking 32nd in Montgomery or some shit. They got running his Instagram talking on his Twitter talking all that gangster shit. But it works. It's working. You know, so on the social media end, Rigondeaux has been doing very good. However, from Rock Nation, though, it's like, what have y'all been doing? But I understand what's going on with Rock Nation. You know, Rock Nation is looking like they're on their way out of the sport of boxing. You know? Did you notice they don't put on any shows, like independent shows? Did you notice they're not trying to sign any fighters anymore, not throwing any money at any fighters anymore? I know the deal. Well, no, not one press conference, but mostly because of, from what I understand, promotional, like Top Rank and Rock Nation, from my understanding, you can't say they're not on good terms, but it doesn't look like they want to work together. They like, you got to think that they really putting this fight together for the fans. And, you know, I know people going to say, TstreeT, you a coon, Uncle Tom and everything. But, you know, people got to start giving Aaron some credit, yo. You know, he's been really doing good with ESPN this year. You got to get a man some credit. You know, jump off your fucking Black Panther high horse, you know. Because if Top Rank was still with HBO, they would have tried to put this shit on pay-per-view. But luckily with the ESPN Top Rank budget, they can put on pay-per-view quality fights on ESPN. We got Pacquiao making what he made about $10 million for Horn on free. You know how hard it is to do that, to get that type of money. You know, for like free TV or basic cable fights, to get that money together. You know, so I already get it, man. I already get it. You know, so where do we start? Let's go look at some clips. This is what I want to show y'all. Let's go look at some clips. Does anybody remember the story on why Lomachenko fell out with Top Rank and HBO? Is this it?
And throwing.
Hold on, I'm looking for it. He fought this 6-foot-tall dude. Hold on, oh, my bad. Wrong one. Duh, I can just do it like this. Don't ask questions like that, History Vault. If you know how to read, no disrespect, then you would know what it means. No disrespect. And you know, Rigo didn't look good in that fight, you know, and maybe he didn't take dude seriously, or the fact that fucking dude is fucking 6 feet tall, you know, So he's listed at 5'10", but still for 122 pounds, you know, that's, you know, but for a smaller fighter, that's going to create, you know, some issues, because you got to, you know, gamble when you lunge in. You see what I'm saying? You got to gamble when you lunge in. You know, but what I've noticed is that Rigondeaux's pace, he's a slow paced fighter when he fights somebody that's up to his skill level. But guess what? He hasn't been fighting anybody up to his skill level since, you know, or near his skill level. Because I know people are going to say, well, Nonito Donaire is not near his skill level since Nonito Donaire. So you can expect, so how is he going to fight against Lomachenko? Is he going to fight cautiously? You know? Is he going to fight cautiously? Now, if you fight cautiously against Lomachenko, Lomachenko does have good defense when he's not showboating. Hold on. Damn it. I keep clicking the wrong screen, my bad. Slow that down. That didn't seem like too much of a crazy tap, did it? See how he got caught? See, he was showboating a little bit. That's how he got caught. He was showboating a little bit. That's how he got caught. But if you look at the shot, it was a clean shot. It's about to come down. Watch this. He's going to try to come back around. And then do great catching. Watch this. Matt. Now, would you say he got dropped because he was off balance? That was a pretty clean shot. Even though he was showboating, dude hit him right in his fucking face. You know? Dude hit him right dead in his face. And he's going to go down again, too, but it was more like a push. It was a push for the second one, though. It was a push for the second one. It was a push for the second one. But that's not the first time he's been down, you know? So, I do feel that even though Lomachenko's power is questionable at 100 and, let's slow that part down. What was that? 345? Let's slow that part down. Number 2, I gotta stop doing that. The ref was in the way. Now, you seen that shot? He was trying to hold, and that's clearly a push. That one right there. Also, let me put a little disclaimer out there for the fanboys. Hey, listen, it's okay for you guys to be fans. My job is to report the motherfucking news. Truth be told, I'm going to eat whoever wins or loses. I'm not a fan of boxers anymore. I don't get upset when boxers lose and all that type of shit. I really don't be giving the fuck. So I'm not here to be like, you know, because I know people are going to say some shit. There's always somebody's going to be like, well, you know, you ain't show Lomachenko and everything and all that shit. We are, though. We're going to get to that, you know? So just relax, man. All right? Don't come in with that shit. You know? What should I have for lunch? I want like a salad, but with no dressing. I got to start eating, you know, like getting more greens and shit. You know? But anyway, you know, I don't think that Rigondeaux's chin is suspect, but however, he has been down to questionable shots in the past. You know, I'm talking about, like, it seems as though if he gets hit clean, he's going to go down, you know? We already looked at Lomachenko versus Salido earlier. See? Y'all motherfuckers, see? See? Y'all motherfuckers starting already. Listen, I've been doing this for years now, yo. I've been doing this for years now. I already know how motherfuckers be, man. I already know how y'all be. If you show, like, put it this way, that's like, you know, like back in the day. You couldn't do a Floyd Mayweather video talking about his shit without somebody saying, but Pacquiao, did this. Or you couldn't talk about Pacquiao without people like, but Mayweather, listen, I've been doing this shit for a long time now, man. I've been doing this shit. I'll avoid for dressing. That's, you know, good point. Good point. So we're gonna go back and watch some in about 10 minutes or so, some Lomachenko versus Salido highlights. You know, we're gonna talk about that. And if you don't remember the storyline of that fight, Salido was very, very pissed off in the promotion of that fight. I covered the fight. He was very pissed off in the promotion of that fight because at that point in time, Lomachenko was 1-0 and he felt disrespected. It's like, yo, how are y'all fucking building this dude up to fight me? You know, he only 1-0. Y'all disrespectful. You know, and a lot of fans felt it was disrespectful. So what Salido did, he did some old gangster shit, and he came in to the he dropped his belt. You know, he dropped his belt right on the scale, overweight, didn't give a fuck, paid Lomachenko his money, came into the ring as a welterweight. He came into the ring like 148 or some shit, you know, and then just kept punching Lomachenko balls. He punched his balls off. That's no bullshit. So in a way, I look at it as if Salido gave him a welcome to the big leagues motherfucker type schooling. Not a schooling as far as a boxing lesson, but a schooling as far as what is it called? What is it called? Like the intangibles, the fundamentals of boxing and shit. Like, all right, they're gonna fucking bring you up here, you know, at some old 1-0 shit. I'm gonna school you, you know. I'm gonna school you, you know. Like, he did not boxing, but he schooled him in the sense of, you know what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me fix this. What is he going to do? I don't like the way it looks. There we go. It's better. You know? So, the goal is for them to fight again. They were supposed to fight Lomachenko and Salido, but Salido turned down a career-high payday. You know, and now Rigondeaux's making more. So, as I said, I'm getting over the flu. That's why I didn't do the Kodo stuff. I went all the way out to New York, spent all that money. Spent all that damn money, you know, and didn't get a chance, you know, to even upload the stuff. So I'm gonna make it into some type of montage or something like that. Yeah, that's gonna be a whole bunch of crybabies and shit on YouTube this weekend. Crying with one of these fighters lose. You know, whether it's Rigondeaux or Lomachenko, people are gonna be on here crying. I'm just gonna be here reporting the news. People gonna be talking about how how Rigondeaux was too small and all that, and then people gonna make excuses for Lomachenko saying, well, you know, he only had what, 11 fights, 10 fights, how many fights he got? You know, it's fucked up. You know, it's fucked up. But Rigondeaux had no choice but to take this fight. I don't care what people say about the weight. He signed the contract, and then the second time he didn't debate it. He was like, fuck it, I'm going to 130. You know, and then people like, nah, man, that weight's too big for you, bro. He like, nah, I'm cool. Then you got people like, nah, man, that weight too big for you, bro. He like, I'm cool. The fuck? You know? But like I said, I think you guys noticed. You guys watch all these videos and shit. You be having a lot of these people on YouTube that do videos that be having emotional attachments to these boxers. Like they fucking brother or some shit, or they homie. You know? No, I mean, got the flu. You know? Got the flu. Well, I had the flu. It's at the end. You know, so like I said, at the end of the day, you know, I'm going to eat. Whether Lomachenko lose, whether Rigondeaux lose, you know, I'm good. That shit going to be a draw. Oh, I'd be pissed if it's a draw. I would be pissed if it's a draw. And I'm also very interested to see the ratings, too. This fight should do at least 2 million on ESPN. Now, 2 million on ESPN is very, very, very good. You know, I'm interested. Truth be told, I would love to see it do. See, here's the thing. This is a fight for the hardcore fans, but it's for all of the hardcore fans, though. All of us hardcore fans. The thing is, Ward versus Kovalev was for the hardcore fans. And you know, nobody, man, y'all motherfuckers still got me mad about that. You non-pay-per-view buying pieces of crap. You know? So, I think this fight should do really, really, really good. It's sold out. You know, it got all y'all hype. It got motherfuckers great take off shifts and shit, calling in sick. Y'all having barbecues? Who's having like November barbecues? Y'all cooking up some shit? Oh, we supposed to be watching this, right? We supposed to be watching this. I'm gonna do it right here. Yeah, the way Amagasa was celebrating was like he had knocked Rigo out. Now, if you don't know, I talked about it before, but Rigo was going to have to fight this guy again. Well, where is it at? I'm going to have to pull it up on my DVR, and I just don't feel like it. There's no clips on it on YouTube. But the guy, Moises Flores, if Rigondeaux didn't fight Lomachenko, he would have had to fight this guy again. And that would have been what? When is the fight? Oh, my God. Hey, I know you're a mod, but I should just put you on timeout just because if you're asking when is the fight. And also, if you want the fight information, I put it all down in the description box. The time, the card, everything is right down below in the description box. But my God, how don't you know it's Saturday night, bro? What in the blue hell is going on? What in the blue hell is going on? So let's see if we can get to the part. Obviously, we can't watch the full fight. But we can try to. Yeah, let me move this over some too. Get this a little bigger. Fucking fight wasn't even that long. Look at him. Some people, I remember I was watching this fight live, and I was like, man, he faking that shit. I was like, he faking this shit. Watch this. I'm going to put it on a big screen and hold up. Oh, no, I can't because the chat going to cover it up. So watch this. Tell me what you think.
Escape right there when you think you have him trapped. Changing the level. Now he changed the angle. You see how he just gave him the shoulder lead and then he changed the angle right there. Little things that just aren't appreciated by enough people in boxing. And that's why he gets criticism, especially in the U.S. There's too much of a concentration on knockouts, and too much of a concentration on toe-to-toe fighting. I mean, that people don't stop enough to appreciate this guy and the little nuances that he does. There's so many little nuances he's doing just in this first round alone. You know that already Flores, as much as he wants to pressure him, is already calmer because he's confused. He's like, what's going on? You know, I can't touch this guy even though he's right in front of me. And before you know it, Rigondeaux will start to let go of the counter. So there it is right there. You see, there was one shot, and that's how he won him the round. You see how a round where nothing's really going on, Moises was pushing. Oh, that's
wonderful uppercut as well, and a left hand after the bell. And down goes Flores. But is that right? Hang on a minute.
Yeah, it's still trading.
Control the bell. And down goes Flores.
It's going to be in slow motion. We're going to watch it. It's going to be in slow motion.
And before you know it, Rigondeaux will start to let go of the counter. So there it is right there. You see, there was one shot, and that's how he won him the round. You see how around where nothing's really going on, Moises was pushing. Oh,
wonderful uppercut as well, and a left hand after the bell. And down goes Flores. But is that right? Hang on a minute. Controversy here at the end of the first round of this world title fight, because that happened after the bell. Oh dear, what are we going to have here, Paulie?
We go watch it in slow motion. Somebody was like, stay down. Nigga, stay down. Stay down. And sure enough, they sided with him. And sure enough, they had an investigation about, it was about 2 weeks or so after the fight. And the WBA ruled that it was after the bell and that Rigondeaux would be ordered to an immediate rematch. So he had to either fight him again or, no, he had to fight either Lomachenko, or he's going to fight this dude again for no money. And guess what? It was damn sure no network wasn't going to pick this fight up. You have to also factor that in too. You know, let's watch the slow motion.
As he's laid out.
I don't know. I want to see that replay again.
The Rigondeaux team is celebrating. They believe it's a knockout victory.
In the least, it's a no contest. I don't think you can disqualify Rigondeaux for such a shot at the belt.
But your first reaction was no. And Jane Ady's in there, and I think he's trying to explain to Team Rigondeaux.
Well, yeah, Vic Draculich is in there trying to explain to Tim Rigondeaux, but I don't want to...
Vic Draculich, sorry, yeah. What a confusion here at ringside, definitely after the bell.
And here's what
your reaction was that he made a meal of it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
at first?
I think so. Let me see now again. Let me see, because I think he stands up at first. Look, I think he's, look. He's, I don't know.
I'm gonna slow it down.
If you go down like you died, you go down like you died right away. You know what I'm saying? You don't stand for a second and then go down like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when a guy gets knocked out like that, he goes down instantly. You don't stand for a split second and then completely lose consciousness. When you lose consciousness like that from a punch, you know what I'm saying? Like,
confusion here at ringside, definitely after the bell.
And here's what
your
I want.
Reaction was that he made a meal of it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
at first?
I think so. Let me see now again. Let me see, because I think he stands up at first. Look, I think he's...
Dude's a no good dirty flopper. Dude's a flippy flopper, yo. He can't be trusted. Let me pull up on a big screen. He can't be trusted. He's a no good flopper. Somebody was like, stay down. Stay down. The shot did connect, though. And Rigo holding him behind the head. Oh, dude's a flopper. Flopping scum. That flopping scum. That flopping scum. So yeah, he had no choice to fight dude again. You know, he had no choice. Let me see if I can pull up. He flopped better than the new Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. He got a new movie. You know, he one of them type of actors that put out like fucking 10 movies a year now. You know? Yeah, I mean, hey, listen. I told y'all if I was a promoter or some shit, I'd be doing shit like that. I'd be like, yo, bro, get down. Get down. I'd be like, oh, shit, that was after the bell. Drop, nigga, drop down. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know, the thing is, he didn't sell a move enough. He was supposed to, like, see, the thing is, he tried to, like, lay out like this. He's supposed to turn over and shit and be holding the back of his head like, ah, shit, ah, you know? He didn't sell the move. That's like the #1 move of flopping. You got to sell it. You know, you got to make the people believe. You know? You got to make the people believe. You know, nobody believed in him. Where's that son of a bitch? Nobody believed in him. You know? But, you know, they ruled against him because it was after the bell. And also, it didn't help that Rigo was holding him behind the head while he was punching him. You know, that didn't help too. So they was like, well, you know, even if he did flop, you still was holding him behind the head. That was fucked up. You know? So, if Lomachenko loses, he will, of course, lose his title. You know, even though it's in a different weight division. But he's also, if he wins and he doesn't decide to stay at 130, dude's going to be his mandatory back at 122. It's crazy, right? Ugh, still a better flopper than LeBron. Yeah, LeBron is on some, he be on some bitch shit. That shit be looking fucking stupid. Look at this fucking flip flopper. Look how he's stretched out like a starfish. No good flopper. Look at this guy. That shit's sad, right? And he's into some old satanic shit too. That's the 5-point star. See, I told you I'm woke. He's down with the Illuminati and shit. Told you I'd be woke. Told y'all. 2 weight divisions, yeah. And then he down there laying down, then he go open one eye like, you know, like usually, look, he's really, this shit is crazy. Dude is really down there trying to sell it. And like, oh shit, and did they rule for me? Dude, get your ass up. Look at Vic Draculich. Like, yeah, he fucked up. And he's still down there. That's your boy. Who Flores fans? That's your boy. Get your homie, yo. Get your boy. You know? So yeah, the card's pretty stacked up. You know, it's crazy. We've been here for a little while now, you know? So the video is actually about to come to an end in like motherfucking 5-10 minutes. You know, I can go to lunch. I've been working since fucking 7 this morning. You know, so I'm doing my part. You know, we got to get ready for the weekend. I wonder what I'm going to get, though. I want to sell it. I lost my S Pen. I hope I didn't lose that shit. I'm going to be hurt. I just got another one. Oh, found it. Found it. That's what's up. Flores. No, some Flores. Everybody got fans. There's some Flores fans out there. There's some people out there that's calling for Flores, Lomachenko. You know, if Lomachenko beat Rigo. Chucky. Yeah, his name is Chucky. And he's just down there looking like, yo, he don't even look dazed. He just waiting for the call to see, like, I'm just chill down here and see what this call gonna be. And sure enough, the WBA, this WBA patch. Sure enough, the WBA sided with it. And it's like, nah, bro, that was fucked up. He hit you in the back of the head, bro. We're gonna ride with you, my dude. Look, doctor come, save him. Look, look, he couldn't wait to see the doctor so he could sell his move. He couldn't wait to see the doc. That's what he was waiting down there for. He's like, I'm not gonna get up. Yo, he's a good trained flopper. Yo, he's a very skilled flopper because he knew not to move and to lay motionless until the doctor came. This was on the undercard of War Kovalev 2, by the way. The fight that you guys didn't buy. You scum. I wish I could know what he's saying to the doctor, though. I wish I knew what he's saying to the doctor. Look, his arms ain't moving, nothing. But then, you're supposed to be fucked up, but then you get up and you start walking that shit off. Like, the way he was laying down was like he had some nerve damage or some shit. You know? No, Stavern was fucked up. Stavern was fucked up. Let's not talk about that. I was there. That shit was crazy. I don't never want to be hit with no shit like that ever again. Get Pedro. What they laughing at? They probably laughing. Look at they like dude's a clown. Don't pull that falling down the stairs shit on me. It's a damn shame what they did to that dog. Damn shame what they did to that dog. So we're gonna talk about the last little few minutes of the show. So your mind. I got some shit to do. I should have did a 2-hour video, but no, we want to start keeping these to 1 hour. You know, unless it's some old exclusive shit. I got podcasts coming. I'm finishing up a lot of the stuff before the end of this year, you know, so then I can start like 2018 totally fresh. You know, everything established and built, and we just going to fights and we getting shit done. You know what I'm saying? So no, I haven't decided. It's likely that I'm not going to New York this week. You know, it's likely that I'm not because I missed 4 days, you know, being sick, 4 or 5 work days being sick. So I got so much shit I got to do, you know? Yeah, but Mace Stavern was fucked up. I mean, he told Deontay that he was going to kill him. You know, so they was talking about killing each other and shit. That Deontay Wilder, we ain't going to talk about it. I ain't going to get into it, but that Deontay Wilder shit is scary. I don't want to get hit with none of that crazy shit. Coming at you from all them crazy fucking... Nah, I'm cool. No, thank you. No, thank you. So we got a few minutes left, man. Maybe not. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little less. I'm going to take me a little lunch break and then get back. Start, you know, working on this website again. I'm behind. You know, I'm kind of really pissed off about that. Not saying I'm kind. I am. You know, so please subscribe. Expect me to be putting out a lot of videos this week. You know, just talking about everything and, you know, making sure we know, you know, what fights is coming up and everything like that. But I'm sorry, guys. I got to go because I want this video to end in exactly an hour.